Hello viewers, after that reading previously, I felt I'd come back and we'll ask that direct question that is being alluded to by Representative Eric Swalwell. Is there an indictment for Trump? Now, we've had Nancy Pelosi coming out and saying that the jury is, that it's not definite that a sitting president cannot be indicted. If that's the case, what's in those sealed indictments or those sealed matters indictments? Is there an indictment there for Trump? So let's do these readings. Let's give it a good old shake, a good old shuffle, and ask that direct yes/no question. And then we'll move on to his children and see where we come out there. So we'll start with the big fish. We'll start with, is there a sealed indictment for the President Donald Trump in the Mueller investigation? Is there a grand jury indictment for President Donald Trump? So the words I saw on a letter was Don Jr., but we'll go to that later. We'll ask, is there an indictment for Donald Trump? Is there an indictment there for Donald Trump? Maybe not yet, okay. That's what I'm getting, maybe not yet. But look, we'll see what the cards say. Okay, so we've got judgment. Okay, so straight away these beautiful cards are coming forward with the messages that make sense to us, that there is judgment coming down there for Donald Trump. It is around his money, which is what the last reading seemed to allude to. The Five of Pentacles. This is poverty, viewers. This is losing one's money. Now, it's not a permanent thing. The Five of Pentacles, fives are sort of transient cards. So this could be that there is a threat of losing his money somehow there, connected with this investigation. And we've got the Two of Wands, which is waiting for things to happen. So this would be the sealed nature of the indictments, but it is also alluding to some kind of overseas connection here. Is there an indictment for Donald Trump? Okay, the judge, the law, the courts, okay, the institutions, the strong institutions of the United States are coming down with judgment on the events of 2016. Loans and debts. Okay, this is in relation to what was promised, what was given, and now what could be taken away. And loss. Okay, so loss, there's loss, monetary loss here. Let me just take these major arcana out there. We asked if there was an indictment. There's Beryl Howe. Is there an indictment there for Donald Trump and potential imprisonment? The Eight of Swords. I know. Okay, what this reading is showing is that there may not directly be an indictment there for the president, but there is information there or some kind of something there in relation to the Trump Foundation and the Trump family wealth, or potential money that may have changed hands during the campaign. So that showed in the last reading. So this is saying that there may not yet be an indictment for Trump there, but there could be in the future. That's what I heard, what I saw. So I often see things written on a page, and what I'm intuiting from the cards. Now we'll ask if there are indictments there for Trump's children, because I saw the words Donald Jr. Just give it a good shake, a good shuffle. Shaking out the energy from the previous reading, starting afresh. Yes, viewers, I do shuffle copiously, I know, but there's a reason why I do that. Okay, so are there indictments there for Donald Jr.? Shall we put Kushner there as well? He was there in the Trump Tower meetings. Are there indictments there? We'll take it one at a time. Is there an indictment there for Donald Jr.? Because that's the word I got on the page. Is there an indictment there for Donald Jr.? Donald Jr., is there an indictment there for Donald Jr. and Roger Stone? But anyway, that's what I just heard, but let's go with Don Jr. Is there an indictment there for Don Jr.? Okay, laptop down. That's Junior's position at the moment. This is also having a bearing on what Trump is doing and why he's doing it. As we know, there is this card coming forward again after our major shuffle up in relation to the results, the hoped for results. I think this is the indictment to do with Trump Tower meeting. Again, potentially the overseas connections there. Rock bottom for Don Jr. Painful endings. The commerce working together for commerce, for monetary, for financial expansion, I guess. We have the family card, the Trump Foundation card. And we have the victory card, okay, in relation to the presidential election. And I'm just going to pull one more. Endings. Okay, that's a major arcana there. Yes. And the communication between Russia and the Trump campaign. So it's telling a pretty clear story. There's an indictment there for Don Jr. And it is around the Trump Tower meeting. It is around what was done, the alleged conspiracy collusion in relation to the 2016 victory. It's collusion, conspiracy. Potentially, there's an indictment there for the alleged activities of Donald Jr. in relation to that Trump Tower meeting. Now, the question you all want to know is Kushner. So we'll have a look there, give it another shake out, another shuffle. Is there an indictment there for Jared Kushner? Is there a sealed indictment there for Kushner? Jared Kushner. I'm getting the poverty, the Five of Pentacles cards here again, which shows you that the potential motivation for Kushner was money. Is there an indictment there for Jared Kushner? An indictment there for Jared Kushner. Queen of Wands. It's interesting. That's inspiration and resourcefulness. Interesting card to pull here. Is this Ivanka? And the Trump Foundation. Not Trump Foundation, the Trump Organization. We've got the Soldier card coming forward with action. So I always associate this with a justice card there. Justice coming forward for Kushner, and yeah, the trying to get away with something. This is the Trump Tower meeting again. Kushner met apparently in that transition period. Strong action coming forward. This is a major arcana in the Chariot, mirroring the Queen of Wands. The inspiration behind all of this. Okay, and the meetings themselves. This is the communication, the meeting card. And this is the Strength card. Okay. Okay, so we'll just move those major arcana to try and get up. Ooh. This card comes up a lot with Kushner. It's the Tower card, the chaos, the ruination card. And we've got the money, accumulation of money. I felt coming into this reading that was particularly important. And the balance card as well. He was trying to balance his financial situation, which could have been quite precarious prior to 2016. And we've got the sword of truth coming forward here. I'm not sure about an indictment for Kushner. There could be something else there in more than just the Trump Tower meeting. That's my feeling on these cards. Now, we'll see. Or it could be either or, it could be both. But there's more. There's stronger action coming forward in relation to Kushner beyond just the Trump Tower meeting. Okay, now we'll give it another shuffle because the last one that I'll look at is Ivanka Trump. Is there an indictment there for Ivanka Trump? Good shuffle, a good shakeout, as I say. Is there an indictment there for Ivanka Trump? Is there an indictment there for Ivanka Trump? An indictment there for Ivanka Trump. Well, we've got the Hanged Man. Sorry, that's never a positive card. I mean, not in the context of this reading. This is this is like sacrifice. Something has been sacrificed there. What has been sacrificed? This is Trump. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, and the way that Trump is feeling about Ivanka. Okay, this is coming up in our previous readings. The suspension and the sacrifice here, it's going to offer new starts for somebody. For Ivanka, this is the reading that we pulled. Got the Chariot coming forward again, the strength of the action. And the Queen of Pentacles, which is Beryl Howe oversighting the grand jury. We're talking about the indictments here. Let's take away the major arcana. Okay, again, the Russia collusion, conspiracy, alleged Russia conspiracy, waiting for results. This is around the election. The Queen of Wands, I think this is Ivanka. This came up in Jared's reading before. Is there an indictment there? 2, 3. Yeah. Celebration card. The jury's out, so to speak, on this one. My feeling is that there may well be. I think it's too soon to read on this. Kushner and Ivanka. I think there's an unfolding happening here rather than concrete stuff that is actually there at this point in time. This could sort of like I have to jump ahead a bit. There's not enough there at this point in time. With Don Jr. there was that email trail, and so there could be enough there for an indictment. But with Kushner and Ivanka, that it's telling me there's more needs to come before the grand jury in order for those indictments to happen. Kushner's in real trouble. That's what these readings are saying. And Ivanka, potentially, because I've got the Ace of Cups and because I've got Donald Trump coming into this reading, it appears that there's probably has been or going to be some kind of intervention to either suspend any legal action for Ivanka, because I've also got the celebration card as well. So yeah, I guess I can say from these readings categorically there's a sealed indictment there for Don Jr. and it is in relation to the Trump Tower meeting. There potentially is the machinations need to keep going forward in relation to Kushner and Ivanka, but we will just, the other person in relation to the Trump Tower meeting is Stone. In all my readings he was toast, as they say. A long time ago. So is there a sealed indictment there? This will be our last one for Roger Stone. Okay, so I'm getting, well, let's do Roger Stone first. Is there just a quick one, is there an sealed indictment there for Roger Stone? Yes, I got that very strongly. Sealed indictment there for Roger Stone. Okay, battling. Okay, so this is Roger Stone going back and forth. This is the Five of Wands. This is obstacles, tug of war. This is what it's been like with Roger Stone. The King of Wands. This is, I guess, the authority of the Mueller probe coming forward. That's the ultimate authority. So in the end, this is saying Mueller will be successful in indicting him. I've got the Queen of Wands coming forward again. Which, you know, I'm thinking there's an Ivanka aspect to this. How much was she involved? And new starts. Okay, did someone give up Stone? What have been the negotiations here going on here? We've got the Knight of Wands, which came up in our first reading, which of course is a inspired and strong action coming forward. And income sources, new income sources. Okay, straight away, that was pretty easy for me to know or to intuit that there is actually an indictment there for Stone. So at this stage, an indictment for Don Jr., potentially, okay, this is what these cards are saying, potentially an indictment there for Don Jr., potentially an indictment there for Ivanka Trump. Not Ivanka Trump, Roger Stone. Ivanka and Kushner, there is still matters to unfold, and for a potential indictment of the President, Donald Trump, matters are still yet to unfold. But it seems to be pretty clear that Stone and Don Jr. there are already indictments, sealed indictments there. Okay, when are they likely? It's like how long is a piece of string? When are they likely to be brought forward? When are these two indictments likely to be brought forward? My readings, past readings have shown January. Just a quick, when are they likely? Are they likely to be brought forward in January? They're likely to be brought forward in January. Hence the reason for Trump mucking about with the government shutdown. Okay, Two of Pentacles, multiple forces trying to interfere, I think, with what is occurring. Things happening quite quickly. Transitions and moving on. Okay, so potentially they will be unsealed. Multiple forces, but sometimes this comes as the crossroads card. Again, this is mirroring, I think, Trump trying to run some interference here. This is the night after battle. This is the Four of Wands. So potential retreat for things happening quite quickly and then retreat after battle. And the Eight of Pentacles, this is the body of work that Mueller's trying to leave in the investigation. January, will they come forward in January? It's talking about a delay. It's talking about a delay potentially as a result of the government shutdown. Can I have some clarity, please, on is there going to be a delay? Yeah, I'm getting February, perhaps. February. Six of Cups. Again, you know, this, I mean, that's the card of reunions, nostalgia. And potential proposals being put. Okay, I think there's some legal wrangling happening at the moment in relation to those indictments. Okay, there's some kind of trouble that's been experienced in bringing them forward. It could have had to do with Manafort, the way Manafort conducted himself. He was going between Trump and Trump's lawyers and his own lawyers, and he was actually lying to the to Mueller. There's been some kind of delay happen here with those indictments. I think matters are still unfolding as we speak. So I'll leave that there with this reading on the indictments, and we'll see what emerges over the coming few weeks. But it's almost like things were designed to occur in January. There's been some kind of slight delay. There's arguments going back and forth between people's lawyers. Mueller has in some way had to work a bit harder as a result of what Manafort has done. And the government shutdown's not helping matters at all. However, they're coming forward without a doubt. They're too strong. They're coming forward, and they will cause this scenario where we will move on from the entire. I mean, eventually there'll be a moving on from the Trump presidency. So I'm thinking that there may have been a slight delay with these indictments, but I'm getting a really strong hit on February. But I could be wrong. They might come forward tomorrow. Wouldn't that be a great scenario, viewers? Wouldn't it be wonderful if these indictments were starting to be unsealed in January? Would be quite a relief, wouldn't it? Thank you.